I'm sure you've seen all over TikTok, YouTube, everything, those aesthetic videos of people living beautiful, aesthetic, romantic lives. Drink and there's food, gentle sound of friendship and laughter in the air. Well, here I am to tell you, it's a lie. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to class, I guess, because for this week's video, I'll be doing a little bit of teaching, you know? I've noticed you guys like when there's like the word productive in the title, or when it's teaching you about something like 19 things I learned in 19 years. That one, yeah, you liked learning, and I am an okay experienced teacher, so let's learn some more. I'm sure you've seen, like, all over TikTok, YouTube, everything, those aesthetic videos of people living beautiful, aesthetic, romantic lives with music tinkling in the background. Oh, hello. And they, like, have this beautiful little drink and this food and the gentle sound of friendship and laughter in the air. And then you might have been thinking, darn, my life is so boring, it doesn't look like that. What am I to do? Well, here I am to tell you, it's a lie. Well, no, not really. Kind of is, a little bit. But regardless, we're going to tell you how to have a life like that. How to romanticize your life. How to have an interesting life. Because you too can have an interesting life for free, mostly. I never know what I'm doing with intros. I just kind of start and see where it goes. Step 1 is to realize that those aesthetic videos and everything, they are completely edited and they are musicked and they have been set out in that specific way. Now you might be thinking, duh, I'm not stupid, I know that, but really register it and process and realize they set out to do this. If you took the music away and like extended the video a little bit longer to see the steps before and after they took the video, you'll realize this is just a normal life that someone realized, hey, this could look kind of interesting, and then filmed it and then set it to music. Once you do that, it not only makes those interesting videos less impossible to reach, you can begin to apply the video logic to your own life. So while going about your boring life, think about how it would look in an aesthetic video, how you could color match it with other things that happens that's interesting, how you would put the music on it and realize, wow, my life is actually quite interesting. Realize your life is aesthetic. You just have to put the effort in your little noggin to think about it and realize it. Similarly about being aware of your life, practice awareness of the world and appreciate it. And it's like,
oh yeah, like little mindfulness thing.
oh yes, mindfulness is great. And if you like have moments of mindfulness about the world around you, then you will learn to appreciate it more and it'll become more interesting because you actually notice like interesting little things about it rather than just through life, you know? For example, like, I know it's difficult, but put your devices away for a little bit after you watch this video. Like, finish this video first and then put your device away. Like, appreciate. Eat a meal without having something to watch. You could spend a ride on public transport without listening to music or a podcast or looking at your phone. Just gaze out the window and notice all those things that you haven't noticed before. And if you have noticed them all before, look at the little details that you haven't noticed before. Notice, oh, there's someone here that wasn't there yesterday and they're doing this today. Form happy little opinions and stories. A little tangent, side note, is another thing you can do is make up stories about the people around. It's creative and it's interesting. See people and what they're doing and make happy little backstories. Like, oh, I see these two friends walking and I will imagine that this is where they came from and this is where they're going and this is what one of them thinks about the other, and just have a happy, creative, artistic time. Anyways, back to being aware. You could occasionally like just stop in the moment and realize where you are in time. I used to do this in college/high school for you Americans. Like maybe I'd be sitting in math class and then I'd realize, wait,
this is like the last painful class of the day, and then I just have classes that I really like, and then I'll go home and then we'll have this dinner that we have every like Monday, and then I really like that dinner, and then afterwards I get to do this that I really like,
and then I just feel so grateful and so happy. And this is really philosophical and mindful and might be embarrassing for some of you, but it works. Trust me, if you just have to do cringy, embarrassing things, life is better if you are unafraid to be cringy and embarrassing. Yeah, so just like reflecting occasionally on your current situation and think of the small happinesses and how those small happinesses make you feel good. Moving on. Doing things that make you happy or make you feel good, but for no reason. Like we all might go and treat ourselves to something as a reward for doing something. But what if you just treated yourself just cause? Just cause. I want to treat myself with a good bubble tea because I exist and I'm awesome. Just occasionally though, because if you do it too much, it becomes normal and then it's not as happy. But if you do it occasionally, you just go treat yourself for no reason sometimes. Then you'll just feel happy for no reason sometimes. And that is great. You could do nice, extravagant, experimental makeup and just stay at home where no one can see you. And that's fine because it makes you feel good, it makes you feel cool. You don't need someone to see you. You just do the thing. You could also wear a fancy, pretty outfit to like McDonald's. But I don't need to because McDonald's, you just go in basic clothes, yes. But wearing that fancy, pretty outfit makes you feel cool. And then going to McDonald's, because why not? Just do things that make you happy and feel good for no reason. You might have seen in last week's video, I bought like a series of stickers, happy little stickers, because we all love stickers, but we stopped getting them once we reach like high school. Is that? Yes, high school, college, we stopped getting them. And I was like, I want stickers. So I just went and I bought myself some stickers, and then when I do something good, I'm gonna give myself stickers because I like stickers. Why not? Another thing I did is I bought cute, silly little hats with ears and faces on them because I like them. Why not? Another thing you could do is making your environment nice. Like you can make yourself mentally nice, do things that make you feel physically nice, but then your environment also has to be nice too. Put up pictures of things you like. For example, my room, it used to be so boring and basic and had no personality. But then one day I was analyzing poetry for English class, and the papers, they were colorful and they had poems on them, and I was like, this makes me really happy. So I just stuck them up on the wall because I like it. Another thing I did, I was like, let's stick flags up on the wall, because why not? They make me happy. Someone drew a drawing of me and gave it to me, I'll stick that on the wall too, because it makes me happy. You see all these things I like, stick them up, they make me happy. These, they make me happy too. And it just helps you to romanticize life and feel good about it. You don't even need money to like stick things up. Like I said, you could do little drawings, you could just stick mementos of things that happened for free. But if you did have some money, you could like put fairy lights. I have fairy lights. Fairy lights, you could have cool mood lighting, you could use like wax warmers or candles to make it smell nice. With these, you also have to put in the effort to make your life interesting, because you have to remember to turn on the fairy lights. You can't just let them hang there. I'm guilty of that. I just haven't used my fairy lights in a long time, but you have to turn them on, make the effort. You have to remember to put the wax warmer in and then clean it and then do that things, but it is worth it because romanticizing life does take effort. If you want to float on by, then that's just gonna be, you're just going to have a boring life. And I'm sorry if you don't notice or do anything about it, but if you put in the effort to notice and bring out the good in it, it will be like I hope that made sense. Another thing, listen to music. I love listening to music. You just told me to not listen to music on the public transport. Yes. What I mean is like, you know how in the videos they always have this aesthetic music in the background? Put your own aesthetic music on. When you wake up in the morning, put some aesthetic music and pretend to be in an aesthetic video or something. Pretend you're in a music video. If someone's driving you in a car and you stare out the window and pretend you're in a music video or something like that. Something that I've been learning to do recently is listen to music without it being the background music. Like we all listen to music while doing other things, gaming, on public transport. But take some time to just sit there, put on some music, and just listen. Just appreciate it. And then I find it like helps me feel the music and appreciate it and really listen to it more. And I do this with my playlist of songs that like make me feel, and it is the best experience. A few years ago when we were like having an open home, we would drive down to the beach, I would climb a tree, I would lie in it, and I would just listen to the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack. That was peak life. I recommend you do that. Peak life, I tell you. Or you could have yourself a little concert, put on some music, close the curtains, and then just dance like nobody's watching, because they're not. And it will be awkward and weird at first because we always have like invisible cameras looking at us, but eventually you get used to it. You feel more comfortable in yourself, you'll feel happier with the music, you'll be able to express yourself, and it's like life is interesting and fun. Be like Taylor Swift in the You Belong With Me music video, you know? Second to lastly, I think, in my favorite teacher's classroom, there was this little poster that said be an artist, and it had big list of things you could do, little things of creation and appreciation and giving, like building a fairy garden, draw a little picture, you could write a letter, you could like light a candle, you could do some baking, little things of creation and happiness. Ever since seeing that poster, I've liked to do things that make me feel like an artist, that make me feel creative and like I'm just doing things for my happiness and to create and make. I like to draw on my hands, like doodle on my hands. I feel really artistic when I do that. I laid out my bed so that it looks like a couch when it's done, because I think that's just so cool. Creative and artistic. It looks like a couch, and then it's a bed, and then it's also a couch. Be an artist. Do things for the art of it all. Even if you aren't actually an artist, you can't draw, you can't sing, whatever, just do things that like bring out the little creativity, the little joys and all that stuff, you know? Do I make sense? I don't know, I hope I do. Finally, change things up. Once you find something that works, it could be like easy and tempting to just stick with it forever, but change things up. Have a new bedroom layout. Give yourself a new haircut. Change what smell candle you have or what you put in the wax warmer. Change what color lights you have. Like maybe one day you could do blue or one week you could do pink. Something, just change what side of the bed you sleep on. I used to sleep head this way, feet that way, and then one day I thought, you know what? That's getting boring. Let's switch. Head this way, feet that way. And then it took me the longest time to get used to it. So every time I went to bed, it felt like something was different. Something was interesting. Something was changing and unique. You know, things like that. And trying new things as well. Not just changing it up. They're kind of the same thing. But like, try new things. For example, every time I go to Gongcha, unless I'm going specifically to get matcha to wake up, I will try a different thing. Try a different drink every single time. Get a different order at the restaurant. Just try things, do new things, experiment, be an artist, have fun. Okay, so that was this week's video. I hope this is helping you to appreciate, be mindful, be artistic, learn how to like look at life differently and have an interesting life so you too can be a 15-second TikTok with lo-fi music over it, because that is what we should all aim for. Life can be really interesting when you know how to look at it and you know what to do. So yeah, go out there, be interesting, do things that make you happy, do things that make your environment cool, and subscribe and like and comment to my channel because that will give you a very interesting life too. I'm top-notch, top quality content. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time, I think. Yeah, definitely. See you then. I also suck at outros. I suck at intros, I suck at outros. I kind of suck at every in the middle. What can you do? That's life. That's interesting. That's interesting. People don't want structure. They want woo and the interest of it all, you know? See, it just turns around and comes right back to my point. I'm so smart. I'm so good at this.